Oh, we're live, but our light isn't on, JJ. Oh, she's got it. She's on it. It's a chaos here.
Oh, we were gathering things for the live stream and time got away from us. Plus, one of our clocks is wrong.
Yeah, on the soundboard, it's 2 minutes slow.
Yeah. So here we are. It is fall.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
It is in southeastern Wisconsin. We have had a stretch of the most unbelievable days of just perfect sun, perfect temperatures. It's very dry. So today, even though it got to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, it didn't feel that bad.
No.
Because it was so dry. It's just perfection.
It is. I was even with my friend this week and we waded into Lake Geneva.
Oh.
And it was warm.
Oh.
People were swimming in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. That doesn't happen generally at the beginning of October.
No. It should be, well, we can have fine days, but it should be turning colder. Crisping. Yeah. The leaves should be turning, which some are, but.
Oh, well, we are so excited to have you with us this evening and a warm welcome to you all. I am JJ. I am a life coach and I eat mostly meat.
I'm Eric. I'm a novelist and I eat mostly meat too. But
lately,
today, well, you did have meat today.
I did, yes.
But today, Friday, I started this morning again on another 72-hour sardine fast.
Yes. This is your third.
It is, yeah.
In
the first one was a little bit squandered, but
yeah.
But I learned my lesson, so I guess it wasn't squandered. And so, yeah, I'm doing it again. And we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
While people file in from all around the world to join us here at the world headquarters of the Proper Human Diet, southeastern Wisconsin, Carnivore Central, the capital of ketones.
Well, you're doing your sardine fast and I am doing another water fast this weekend.
And one of the reasons that we're doing this, or the reason that we're doing this, is that October is our 3-year anniversary month for Carnivore.
It is.
I don't know why I'm waving this pencil around. But during that time, we have not really been focused primarily on ketosis or being keto. And more recently, we have gotten away focused on ketones and ketosis.
Oh, yes.
And it has been quite an interesting journey. Yeah,
it has been. And it's something that's been coming up a lot in the carnivore sphere lately. And it came up for us. I didn't do much measuring of anything for a long stretch of carnivore. I lost my 30 pounds pretty much not paying attention. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Now it did take me 7 months to lose weight. I didn't lose weight for that first 7 months, but I was seeing body recomposition and health improvements. And so I was going along my merry way, not worrying much about keto. We checked every now and again just for fun. We did the CGM thing to learn about different foods and how they affected us, but there was not a lot of measuring and we had quite a bit of success.
I think I fell victim to a pretty common error of thinking, was having done ketosis so many times in the past with great success. I felt like I understand it. And as long as I have some ketones cooking, I'm fine. And when I did test, I would have, 0.4, 0.3, so more than 0. And I thought, well, I guess I've just adapted to it. And I'm not detecting many because I'm using them so efficiently.
Yes.
Boy, was I wrong.
What makes you say that?
Because as many of our regular viewers will know, that in July, I attempted a 72-hour water fast, got to hour 56, had ketones of 2 point whatever, blood sugar of 70 something, and I felt absolutely horrific. And I had to bail on the whole thing because I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was an expert in being a keto user, ketone user. And my body said, oh no, I'm sorry, dear, but you're an amateur.
Yeah.
So that was a wake-up call.
Yeah. And we assume that because we're not eating carbs, we must be
Yeah,
in
right.
ketosis, making all the ketones, using all the ketones, but you've got some symptoms that you weren't, including that water fast.
Yeah.
And possibly your triglycerides that
Yeah.
remain elevated. That's to be determined yet. But also your hunger. I mean, you were not someone who could OMAD, or even 2 meals a day was pretty much a
Yeah.
stretch for you. You're hungry.
I think back on, when we were first getting into this, I was watching Dr. Baker and Carrie in Homestead How, and it was always ribeyes and these fatty cuts of meat. And I got it. I understood why they were having the fatty cuts of meat, but the story I was hearing was you don't cut the fat off.
Mhm.
And because it's good, it's the fuel. But I switched quickly away from ribeyes because I didn't like how they taste. I know. I can't explain my own problems, to leaner cuts because I like them better. And that did not help me in this endeavor.
No, we did a long string of tenderloin. Remember that?
I do. Yeah.
Because
It
that's
actually,
what you liked.
in fact, when I first started carnivore, when I would be over here mowing the lawn, I'd come in to cook my lunch. It was often a sirloin
Oh,
steak, which can be pretty lean. And I love the flavor of that. I didn't have to zhuzh it with mustard or anything. And then I went through a long span of, I just didn't even eat steak without mustard all over it because
Yeah.
I just couldn't stand it.
there was the aversion problem.
Yeah, I have a weird palate.
That's nothing new.
Yeah. But as we've probably talked about ad nauseum, JJ had just gotten into Dr. Boz's 21-day kick, and I watched over her shoulder and I learned so much, and it got my whole brain working again on like thinking about, well, yeah, I probably do need to get these ketones up at least overnight. That was sort of my goal. And in order to do that, maybe I should do this silly sardine fast, which I've done, and to great success.
Yes.
Much to your disgust, literal disgust.
Well,
the sardines work extremely well.
The sardines do work. And I think, do we have Anita's thumbnail up? I'm not sure if we do. We got lots of thumbnails we did. So I
this
don't
one
know.
right here?
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a video that Anita released about a week ago, Ketogenic Woman. And she talks to Serena in this, Serena Music, is that right? And they talk about this very thing of the idea of being fat adapted, and not all carnivores are necessarily fat adapted.
I clearly wasn't.
And using fat for energy and ketones for energy. So they have a really good discussion on this that I wanted to point out as well, and their own shared experiences. So yeah, it was good. It was a good discussion. And of course, Anita was also in the Dr. Boz class. So it's forefront in her mind as well.
I guess it points out that, here we are 3 years in and we're still learning.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's an N of one, always an N of one. And I think there's another thumbnail that I sent over to you. It was Dr. Wiedemann.
Oh yeah, I can bring that up.
Sure, bring that one up. So she is also talking in this video, Stop the Stall. She is talking about how she's gotten to a point, and she like 16 years carnivore or something. I mean, she's one of the old timers, and she started to experience things in her body that she was not happy about, including some weight gain and some blood numbers she didn't like going which direction they were going in. So even she is seeing where maybe she needs to adapt her diet a little bit. And she specifically does talk about how she is not in ketosis. Now, she also says she is not willing to be in ketosis and do what it takes in a sustainable way. So she's doing some other techniques and experiments on herself that she'll be talking about in upcoming weeks. But I just thought it was fascinating. Like I said, this is sort of in the discussion right now is this idea of carnivore and whether it's keto and whether it needs to be. And, I said it before, I think it was last week. I think some people, maybe they don't need to be in ketosis.
Yeah.
And maybe some people just happen to stumble into it where the way they eat and the way their body works tends to just have them in that nice ketogenic state during part of the day. I know, for instance, Dr. Kiltz, he talks about eating about a pound of steak a day in one meal.
Mm.
And he's probably hitting ketosis when he's not eating.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Plus, he eats the fat.
Oh, yes.
And he emphasizes the fat.
Yes, he does. So, yeah, just his natural pattern that he's come to is probably a pretty healthy pattern for him. Seems to be. I don't think he's suffering a whole lot.
Seems like he's in pretty good shape. He's definitely got a lot of energy.
Yes, he does.
Seeing him at Meat Stock, I don't think he sat down the entire time once.
No, I don't think so.
And I don't think he stood still. He was always moving around from one place to the other.
Yeah. So
that's goals for me. I mean, I want to be able to have that level of energy, and I'm going to.
Yeah. And that is something you've been waiting for. So again, this is another great experiment, I think, for you to see what happens. What happens when you get into a fat adapted ketogenic state?
The world may not be ready.
That may be true.
You may not be ready.
I may not be ready.
Sue, Smokey Bear Lover, is here.
Hello, Sue.
And Michelle is here from Pennsylvania.
Michelle, welcome, welcome. Excellent. Hey, Lisa made it today.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
Left work early.
Hey.
And finally able to watch because she missed us.
We love it when you all show up. And Lisa, I was just mentioning to Eric last week that I missed you. We know you're gone due to work, but then I was like, oh, I do miss Lisa. So glad
Sue
to have
enjoys our sardine water fast updates. Well, you're good because that's what you're going to be hearing a lot about.
Yes, yes.
And Jukatsu is here.
Welcome. Hey.
With all of the pink hearts.
Yes, yes. So yeah, our experiment continues, and Dr. Wiedemann says it great in that video. She's really loath to confuse the carnivore message because it does so many wonderful things. And especially when you're first beginning and you may not need to do all this tweaking. So I don't want to confuse if people are new, just eat the meat, eat the fat, eat the meat. And it's just amazing to see how time goes on, how people do adapt. Yeah.
It's really, obviously the technique of the sardines
Mhm.
is a way to do it. It could be mimicked with other foods, I'm sure. I'm going to try it as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
But the mindset side for me has been the most important to get my brain around the fact that I need to repeat the test once a week for a few weeks.
Yeah.
To really get my body adapted.
Yeah.
But I will say, I mean, we did this video, came out on Tuesday.
Yes.
Ketones out of this world, where we looked at our Keto Mojo data.
Yes.
And showed JJ's extraordinary high levels of ketones on subsequent water fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then showed how I had gone from not getting good ketones from sardines to getting very good ketones from sardines when I added fat to it.
Yep.
And I want to thank all of you who've watched this video.
Yes.
Because it's been a successful video for us. It's been a while since we've had one that really took off. And so that was, I mean, it literally launched
Did.
to the moon. In large part because I put JJ in this space.
I never know what he's going to do with the thumbnail, so it's always a surprise to me.
My mic was going in and out because I had myself on mute and I was talking through JJ's mic, but it's fixed.
Okay. So what fat are you adding to your sardines?
I am having butter. So as I said in this video, I figured out what the macros for JJ's sardines that work so well for her that are in olive oil, but I'm not eating olive oil. and I just get that amount of fat after I eat the sardines, and I just cut off a chunk of butter from a stick of butter, and I eat it.
Mhm.
And it's like a tablespoon and a half. I don't love the texture and flavor of butter by itself most of the time, but it's it's actually much easier to eat that than the sardines themselves. I'm pretty sick of the sardines, and I used to like them.
Well, I have to say that I am not as repulsed by them. I think enough time has passed that I'm not feeling as averse to them
But
as
you're
I
also
was,
not eating them.
but I'm also not eating them, yeah.
So it's
But
easy to not be repulsed by something you're not eating.
right, but I actually had the thought the other day, "Hmm, someday maybe." But it might be someday soon, who knows? We were talking, we've got some travel and holidays coming up. Everyone has holidays coming up, and who knows? I might have to pull the sardines out of my back pocket. Who knows around those times? But I did have a little bit of a dip in my ketones this week and an elevation of blood sugar. So I'm not sure, not horrible, but I'm not sure if it's just that even though I've done the water fasting, maybe I'm a little farther removed from the sardines.
Yeah.
Well, I am farther removed. I don't know if that's something, but what I think it is that we have had some cranes in our yard throughout the summer. They were here too.
These are birds.
These are birds, yes, sandhill cranes. And 2 nights in a row between 3:30 and 4:30, there was quite a ruckus outside our bedroom window. And the first night it startled me awake, and that was it. Second night it didn't startle me awake, but that was it. So I've had a couple nights of really poor sleep. So it might be
Mm.
just that as well. So I'll be interested to see what the water fast does right now.
My ketones from the sardine fast sustained pretty well
Mhm.
through my normal diet. Now I have steak and egg yolks for breakfast with a little bit of kimchi and sauerkraut.
Mhm.
And then I might have a light lunch at some point. I did not have any sardines in the intervening days. Um,
Yeah, that's usually a go-to lunch.
but this week I didn't really have much lunch. And then I might have had a couple of carnivore bars,
Mhm.
which I would have added some butter to. And then for dinner, I would have a few slices of bacon with some more egg yolks, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of hot sauce to make it a little more exciting. And but I know our audience is going to unsubscribe and abandon us forever when I tell you this.
Oh.
I was also adding some avocado to that
Ah, yes.
because I was interested to see what the avocado fruit fats would do, and they were no issue at all. My ketones were were very much above 2.0 throughout the week, especially in the mornings,
Mhm.
and then slowly came down into the upper ones. My morning blood sugars were really beautiful, 70s, low 80s, until this morning when we started the sardine fast. My ketones had dropped a bit, but I expect that by tonight it'll be back going the other direction.
Now, we've talked in the past about how we like to really close our day with some good fat. And in the past, we have used sort of the ice cream, sort of carnivore ice cream with heavy cream. I don't even remember everything I put in there, but it's mostly heavy cream, right? Some vanilla. Oh, egg yolks. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, like Dr. Kiltz's basically. And I've also done a fat bomb with some cream cheese, some butter, and some vanilla. I think that's it. And but you found that day after day of that dairy dump
Yeah.
you don't feel the best on that.
No.
Yeah. So that's why I think you branched out a little bit to check out what
Yeah, I wanted to see it, but there's obviously carbs in the avocado,
yeah.
but I wasn't too concerned about them because it's not a whole lot. Um, and but I was mostly curious about what would it do to my digestion,
Yeah.
and it has been no issue at all.
Mhm.
So maybe there's some anti-nutrients in it, but it was a nice little addition.
Yeah. Yeah.
but no issues so far.
Well, that's good. That is good for sure.
Sue has added shredded cabbage to ground hamburger today. So she's out of the carnivore club too. Oh no, what has happened?
Well, if Dr. Wiedemann's out of the carnivore club, it's all over.
What's next? Dr. Baker eating an ice cream cone?
Well, Dr. Baker, we don't have I watched this last week. We don't have a thumbnail for this, but he did go off carnivore a bit on his trip to Europe, and he had some bad
issues
digestively. Very, very bad. But yeah, he did actually, but he's back on, I believe, especially after his issues.
So I guess that he's a misinfluencer now.
Dr. Baker is the #1 misinfluencer on X.
Is that this slide right here?
No? That is one of them. Here.
This one right here.
Here is the list. So this was from Dr. Barry's his live stream he did, and he called in several people who were on the list, including Dr. E.
Oh, he's on the list too. He's number 3.
He is. And I only took a screenshot of the first 10, but you can see Sean Baker, Nina Teicholz. Is that right? I never know how to pronounce it. Ken Berry's number 3, and one of our faves, Dr. Eid, is number 9, and she's on that.
As a misinfluencer. So what does this mean?
So basically, the Eat Lancet report is due to come out in this month now, October, I guess, the 2025 report, and it was first, I believe, released in 2019. I did a little research on this before today, but I'm not sure.
And Lancet is a medical journal.
It is, yes. And so basically, they have created what people should be eating for a sustainable planet, mostly. Sustainability is the #1 priority, according to how they define sustainability. And so they have identified these, I can't remember how many are on the list. Oh, it says top 20 misinfluencers who are promoting a meat-centric diet. Because as we know, the general, I want to say propaganda. So I guess I just will out there is that meat is bad for the health and bad for the planet. And that's what we've all sort of been conditioned into believing for a very long time. So if you're not with that message, you've been labeled a misinfluencer at this point. Now, what's interesting is I got a thumbnail for this. Well, before we go to that, Dr. Eid is so measured in her approach. It's one of the reasons that I do love her so much, is she's so measured in her approach. So she talks about how this Eat Lancet report from 2019, I believe, is the one they're referring to right now, because the new one's not out yet. How many times there's conflicting information in that report. Like she says, you can read one sentence and the next sentence contradicts itself. So she's very big on pointing those types of things out. And one of the things she points out is that they actually say in this report that this is not a diet that's healthy for pregnant women or growing children or people who have metabolic issues or people who have heart issues. Like there's a whole list of contraindications to this diet that is supposedly, right, the most sustainable for the planet, but also healthy for humans.
So it's not good for you, but you should do it for the good of the planet.
Yes. And she does feel that that's probably not a sustainable.
That's a tough sell.
But hey, bring up, let's see, this one, or no, that one. Yeah. This report is among the world's most cited. And I've got another one. It's not the one next to it. I don't know if we have it. I want to look at this one. We might not have it. And I think I have it on my iPad really fast.
So the point is that this is going to be cited as an authoritative source for planetary protection and diet. And it's ridiculous.
Yes. And this is from the Eat Lancet website. And oh, there it is. It does say more than 600 policy citations. Policy citations. So this report is not only the most cited, but it is affecting policy all around the world in major ways.
So as governments are creating rules and regulations, they support their decision by pointing to this.
Yes.
I see.
Yes, exactly. And so this trickles down in the US to what is used in our nursing homes, in our prisons, in our school systems, etc. So it trickles down through the whole nation and affects how we are not only educated, but how we are fed in these different institutions, hospitals, of course. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
So what does this food look like?
Well, shall we? Yes.
Should we bring this up?
So this is what's interesting to meat eaters is that the recommendation is, and this is from Dr. Berry's videos, you can say, red meat is a half an ounce, about 1 bite per day is what's sustainable and good. Poultry, about a quarter of a chicken. Oh, it says chicken. I think he said breast because I mean, it's 1 ounce, right? 1 ounce of poultry, 1 ounce of poultry, 1 ounce of fish, which is about a quarter of a fillet. And how about those eggs? How many eggs do you eat a day?
More than this.
About 1 egg every 5 days. And that's including apparently milk, yogurt, and cheese.
Probably I eat between 10 and more than 10.
Yeah. Now
most days.
I could have gotten on board with this. I was never a vegetarian. However, I did not like meat for a large portion of my life. So this would have made me so happy. I would have been a happy dance over here eating my whole wheat bread, my whole wheat toast, my Nestle's Quick, and my pasta with some tomatoes, some good stuff that would align with our food pyramid back then. So this would have made me thrilled. But what I cannot deny as an individual is that when I started eating meat and making it the focus of my diet, my health changed dramatically. And I'm not talking about weight loss. I'm talking about my energy, my capacity to think, my capacity to enjoy my days, my capacity to love more and live more. And that is what meat has done for me and why it's a central part of my diet. And I did not have that when I was eating probably close to what was recommended in that report. When I ate what was close to that, I had major fatigue. I was spending days in my bed napping. I had foggy brain and I felt like crud. I couldn't parent well. I couldn't be the spouse I wanted to be. I was zombie sleepwalking through my days. So I just can't, based on my own personal experience, I cannot get on board with that. And it's also a little interesting because this is from Dr. Berry's his live stream. I did a little bit of research on this, and this does seem to be true. Here are some of the people who are part of this project. Now, they're not major funders, but they are part of this Eat Lancet thing. And you'll see on here that PepsiCo is on there, Kellogg's is on there, my formerly beloved Nestle is on there. I believe he said that one of these, I can't read them all, one of these is one of the plant protein companies. All right. So, and there's Bayer, isn't there?
Bayer, yeah.
Bayer, yeah. So there's Cargill.
What's IKEA doing on there?
They are
meatballs.
They are.
Wait a minute, they're meatballs. They shouldn't be on here.
Yeah, they are actually one of the major philanthropic.
PepsiCo. Yeah. They want you to eat all of their snacks.
Yeah, Protix. That's the bug one. The bug.
the bug protein.
Yeah. So you can see that there are a lot of maybe conflicts of interest. I won't go as far to say that, but maybe conflicts of interest. And so yeah, it's just a little bit interesting who is on that list as well, who are informing all this policy in the world. And again, some of them I know are trying to do what's right, and some of it's money, I think.
Yeah.
Now, what's also interesting is as I was doing some research for today, I looked at Change something organization and I think that might be the last one. I can't see what yes, okay. Changing Markets, that's it. Meat versus Eat Lancet, the dynamics of the online backlash. And in this, I'm going to bring this up on my iPad again because I can't quite read that screen over there. I can read this one a little bit better. I just wanted to point out that within the top 100 accounts, they have identified a subset of 33 accounts. I believe they're the ones who made the misinformation list.
Misinfluencer.
I believe they are. They seem to be working as a part of a coordinated network. Their analysis reveals a clear pattern in which these misinfluencers consistently tagged and shared each other's content using similar or identical wording and hashtags. The tagging and amplification repeated throughout the data set led to 5 different peaks in their timeline. These are the hallmarks of a coordinated campaign. In this instance, these tactics were used to push misinformation and pro-industry messages, framing Eat Lancet diet as nutritionally deficient and scientifically problematic proposition. So later in this same website, on that same front page there, they talk about big meat too.
Oh, okay.
So apparently some of the ones we know and love, Dr. Baker, Jason Fung, he's in there too, Georgia Eid, Dr. Barry, they are all part of a coordinated network, possibly in with big meat. I'm just saying.
Or they all just agree with each other and shared each other's posts.
That's what Dr. Barry says. We're kind of all friends. Well, and isn't that what social media is about to a certain extent?
That's just how it works. Yeah. When a new thing comes out and then people comment on it because it's current, they all comment on it at the same time. I would guess that the same analysts could find out that there is a coordinated effort to promote Taylor Swift's new album today.
There is, I bet. Ooh.
Yeah, and
I bet there's hashtags too, right?
Yes, and the coordination certainly has arisen organically by a billion raving fans. I have not heard a single new song yet, so I withhold judgment, but my suspicion is that it's great.
Mm-hmm. But it's interesting. You know, I don't want to gloss over the fact that I just had you pull up the whole list of people who are behind the other one too, who seem to be a coordinated network. So, I mean, it's just people flinging arrows at each other. And interesting also, this misinfluencer thing came out right as the 2025 report.
I don't see there's any purpose for the Lancet report at all. It shouldn't exist. Mm-hmm. They don't even have to write it. The only thing they should be writing as a medical journal is what is the best diet for human health that optimizes human health.
Yeah.
That's the only criteria that they should be talking about under any circumstances.
Yeah.
And I have my opinions about what that diet looks like. I think that it is a spectrum of food combinations that is meat centric and definitely fat centric. But whether it's sustainable or not is irrelevant. The starting point should be what is best for human health, and then design systems that allow that to be done in a sustainable way.
Yes.
This argument about restricting protein consumption is completely putting the priorities out of line, out of order. It's stupid. And it is done by people who think that we're stupid.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you wouldn't even publish something as dumb as that. And you wouldn't create this phony list of misinfluencers. What moron in some meeting room said, I know, we'll call them misinfluencers. It's like, how cringe of a term is that? I'm going to be 55 next month. And even I think that's super cringy. So that's just dumb. And then the idea that by claiming or tagging these people as misinfluencers is going to somehow do them anything but good. You've given Baker and Barry and Georgia Ede and all the rest even more power and more credibility by putting them on that list.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my rant.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I just want to point back to Dr. Wiedemann too. That's what she talks about in that video too, is it really is all about, it's not about the label for her. It's about optimal health. And that should be the goal.
It's the only
Period.
thing I care about
Yeah.
is what is the best for our health, yours and ours.
Yeah. And Jenny Mittich has said it so beautifully in a recent video that, you know, the reason she does what she does in this space is because can you imagine if everyone were eating the foods that promote optimal health?
It'd be incredible for the world.
It would be an amazing thing for the world as far as creativity and innovation and
productivity.
Just productivity and general well-being. It would be off the charts. So yeah. Wow.
We're going out of focus. Let's get back in focus. Our rage has made the camera tremble in fear. Oh, let's go back and see who's here.
Yes.
Elizabeth is here.
Hey, welcome, Elizabeth.
It is good to see you.
Yes, it is.
Avocado. But Lisa breaks a water fast with avocado and cucumbers. Interesting.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, very interesting.
I could actually probably get down a cucumber now. I didn't like them before, but they're just basically water with fiber, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lisa made homemade fries with a potato and tallow.
Oh, interesting.
A potato is definitely not carnivore. Your license is revoked.
This is the live stream for people who have their carnivore license revoked today.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, but who are interested in optimal health. Yes. Yeah.
What's this? Is this the beginning of that?
Oh, yeah,
scene?
that
okay,
is.
So we don't need that one.
No, the Dr. Barry thing. So other than that, what I've been watching, we don't have thumbnails for this because we used them all. We used all our slots. But I think I've mentioned when I'm fasting, I have this weird thing where I like to watch food videos and look at recipes and stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the guys in my Dr. Boz small group says that when we're fasting, our brains want to go on the hunt. And I was like, I wonder if he's right about that. That makes some sense to me because I don't know why I do it. It doesn't trigger me at all, but I really get into it. So I've been doing the sardine fasting and a few water fasts. I'm on my third water fast now, I think.
Well, of this round.
Yeah. And so I've been watching all of these videos about food. And one of them just came out today. These carnivore buns replaced my junk food cravings. So this is a Bella steak and butter.
I thought those are Bella's fingers.
Yes. But she took, I don't know the originator of this recipe, but Anita Ketogenic Woman did these rolls a few weeks ago.
What are they made out of?
And they're made out of a milk powder. They're made out of milk powder, but Anita did it with a milk powder, just like similar to the original recipe. And she cites the original recipe, but Bella did it with heavy cream powder to get the carbs down even more. Okay. And then she also did it with a goat milk powder for people who are less tolerant of dairy. So supposedly they're amazing. Obviously, I have not tried them.
Well, they look pretty good, but they also look like they're going to throw me completely into a feeding frenzy of.
She was kind of in a feeding frenzy on this, and Max was too. I mean, they were pounding these things. But I also watched. I'm going to look at my iPad again real fast. I also have watched Chris Cooking Nashville. He did a cheeseburger soup recipe about a week ago, and I want to point this one out because he in this, he made it's like almost a creamy base, creamy soup base, and he made it with eggs. And I did that last spring, I think it was. I made his nacho cheese soup, but there's never been a recipe card for that. I had to watch that in a live.
Oh, okay.
And so he's doing it in this video. There's now a recipe card to make this creamy base soup out of eggs. And you can't tell it's made out of eggs. You liked it.
I didn't have any soup.
Yeah, this was last spring.
Oh.
You were wanting soup, and so I made a nacho cheese soup.
I don't remember.
No, you don't. We only had it the once, but I wanted to call it out because it's a really amazing soup base, and could also, I don't know if it could be used for an Alfredo sauce or something too. He has other Alfredo sauce recipes, but it's really good. Again, I didn't do that one, but I did another one. And then another foodie thing I watched. Oh, I know what it was. Yeah. Was Jenny Midich's pizza roll-up. Her cookbook's coming out in 1 month.
Oh.
Yeah.
We've pre-ordered.
We have. It looks like it's still on schedule to come out right at the beginning of November. And one of the recipes she did in it is these pizza roll-ups, which is basically, it's an easy recipe. It's like pepperoni and sausage and cheese. What?
You've lost me at pepperoni.
Well, you could do what you wanted, but you don't like meat on pizza.
Well, that's because pepperoni always gave me indigestion.
Oh, interesting.
And I hated it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not a good association. But she makes the roll up, and it looks good. It's an easy carnivore recipe. If you can do dairy, yada, yada, yada. She's got some distinctions in there about why you use certain ingredients versus others. So I don't want to give that away. But the thing that I loved was that she is such a data-driven person. So a lot of her videos, she always has a bit of a dry sense of humor in them, but a lot of her videos are pretty serious because she's going through her data, or Goran's data. And this one was just a lot of fun. A lot of her personality came out. And I wasn't the only one who said that. I was looking through her comments, and a lot of people just really loved hearing her sense of humor and a little lightness. And Goran gets in a good one at the end too. So it's a fun video. So yeah, in addition to Dr. Barry and some Bella, I was I was watching a lot of food videos. Now, let me say though, especially being part of Bella's community for a long time, during my non-fasting days, I made sure I refed well. So I don't want to do a non-nourished fast ever. So yeah, I ate well this week.
Sue says no carnivore police allowed here today. And let's see, metabolism. Still struggling with carb eating. Did you clean out your pantry before doing strict keto or carnivore?
Mm-hmm. No. No. I did not, because when I first started carnivore, I did it without telling Eric. Now, I will say the junk food was mostly cleaned out. Our daughter had gone to college. She's our main carb eater in the house. So most of the junk food was cleared out because you and I were eating things before that, like sweet potatoes and squash. So our pantry wasn't too.
Yeah, the only danger that remained were Kind bars.
Yes, Kind bars.
And those had to be gone.
They did, actually. You're right. Those were a temptation. Yeah. Now, as we've moved on, we've moved into a different house. We have more cupboard space in our kitchen. Our daughter has sort of a cabinet of her own, and I put her stuff in there.
Yeah, I think where I'm at today, 3 years into carnivore, the cost of eating that stuff is too high, not in price, but in consequence.
Yeah.
So it just makes me have to eat Tums. It makes me feel bad. And I notice the water gain happen immediately if I have something carby. I mean, it's been a while, but it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
And so when I look at those foods, I'm not associating the pleasure with those anymore.
Yeah.
And it took a long time to get to that point.
Yeah. Yeah. We were not super strict. We were about 90% strict.
Yeah. And then around the holidays, it was when it was the weakest.
Right. That's when we would tend to eat other things that were off. We'd choose to, and found that they don't do us much good.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a good strategy to empty it all out and get it out of sight.
It is an excellent strategy. And I also recommend, shocking, Dr. Ead's book, Change Your Diet, Change Your Mind, if you don't have it, because she has some really good lists about which foods, which vegetables and so forth are not as bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you do have to have something in your pantry for other members of your family or something, you can maybe steer towards some of those other things, so that if you do move off the wagon at all, experiment with any carb foods, it's some that aren't as deleterious.
It's funny. I was just thinking about how for me, an indulgent food item would be a salad.
Yeah.
And then old me, that would have been a punishment thing I made myself eat in order to try to have something healthy. And now it's like, that's probably not the best thing for me, but on occasion I would have a salad, and just everything gets reorganized eventually.
Yeah.
And it's hard to believe, but it actually does.
Yeah. So don't be, I think clean out the pantry and don't be too hard on yourself with it. Just do your best and you'll continue to see improvements. And like Eric said, eventually things just shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scott is burning brush today, so he's not here. Well,
hello to Scott.
Yeah, pass our regards on.
Yes, and we have some burning we need to do as well.
But we can't because it's like Droughtville here right now.
It's too dry.
It would be completely irresponsible to set fire to it right here.
Yes.
I'm curious about those buns that Bella made.
I am too. I will order some heavy cream powder.
I don't even understand what that is. Heavy cream powder doesn't compute to me.
I think it might be dehydrated or frozen, like freeze dried or something. I don't know. If anyone knows, let us know. But yeah, and it's like 3 ingredients. She did eggs, which you do have to whip, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. But it's like eggs, that heavy cream powder, and baking powder, I think. And she put them in the air fryer.
Okay.
So it's like, it's easy.
And quick. Sounds good.
Quick. Yeah.
I wish I didn't know about it because I still have 2 days of sardines ahead of me.
Yeah. So, and in the meantime, he'll see me with my cookbooks out and stuff, just looking at things because I don't know why.
So the last time I had about 5 tins per day. Today, only 4.
Oh.
And that's all I've needed. So to me, that suggests that I'm more readily using the ketones that I'm producing.
Yeah.
Because I'm not so hungry. Because last time there were days where I was like, man, I'm starving, and I ate the sardines and I would have like 2 tins in one go. And I would actually go, oh, that was pretty good. I needed that. But today I never liked it. So that's a good sign.
I will say we get this question in the comments usually. When you do a sardine fast, which is actually a sardine feast in a way, right?
Yeah.
Because that's all you're eating. There is no limit. You eat as many as you want. There is no eating window. You eat when you're hungry. So she said, Dr. Boz says, if you wake up at 2 a.m. and you're hungry for sardines, eat the sardines. So there are no restraints on how much you eat or when you eat during a sardine fast. The only restraint being that she wants you to open your sardine fast with sardines and then 72 hours later, close it with sardines. So that's that. And keep eating throughout. Don't water fast and call it a sardine fast. But yeah, so I did see that with the other men in my group, in my small group with Dr. Boz, is that they also tended to eat more at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then they
Ah,
did not need as much
that makes
near
sense.
the end.
So
yeah.
there, I mean, Simpson brings up a great issue here.
Mhm.
I've been strict carnivore for 2.5 years, and I still am in a stall 2 years of it. I still don't want to eat stinky little fishes.
Oh,
And I get this. I mean, I can do it. It doesn't bother me that bad. I'm just tired of it. For JJ, when she did the 72 hours, her first bite, she gagged. And her last bite, it's on video.
it's on video, memorialized.
And it's on our channel. You can go and find it. She gagged. And it's a lot of you have to really want to do the experiment to see the impact on the ketones,
Mhm.
but you've got to believe that the ketosis is going to be of value.
Yeah.
But there's nothing magical about the sardines themselves. It's just it's that one, they limit how much you eat because they're not that good.
Yeah.
And so satiety kicks in quick. And the macros are really well suited, and there's a lot of good fat in the fish, but it's also packed in the olive oil, or I'm supplement with butter to get the fat that we need to get the ketosis going.
Yeah.
So you could figure out what the macros are and find some substitute that is a sardine fast substitute, as long as it meets the criteria that you cannot overeat it
Yeah.
and the macros are right.
Mhm.
If you can figure that out, you probably don't need to do a sardine fast.
I used chat a little bit, and I was just messing around. But one of the things I popped in was eggs and bacon, and it came up with the macros for and butter. I think it was eggs, bacon, and butter. It came up with the macros for what a tin of sardines would be, but I could eat a lot of eggs, bacon, and butter.
Yeah.
Like, I would not be satiated on the 2 eggs that told me I could have or whatever it was. Yeah.
There is a lot of omega-3 in the sardines.
Yes.
So that might have a positive effect of some sort. I don't really know enough about it, but
There's speculation that it might. Yeah.
but could you do it with kippers or
Oh, yeah.
something else? Maybe.
Yeah.
It's all an experiment.
Now, Dr. Boz also says if you need to put hot sauce on it, put hot sauce on it. Mustard, go ahead, have at it. I used a lot of mustard to try to get it down. She doesn't love avocado mayo, but if you need it, use it, she said. And I know that some people have said that cooking them in butter is also good. Now, the problem is you called them stinky little fishes, and when you cook them, I think they smell worse. Or the smell at least permeates the house.
It seems like it would be magnified.
Yeah. So I didn't attempt that, but I have heard that they taste pretty good. I think maybe even Sue has talked about that.
Air fry them, I've heard.
Yeah.
But I air fried them once, and I don't know, maybe I didn't do it long enough, but I did not like that.
Yeah. So Dr. Boz is a little bit of the whatever you need to do to get them down within reason, go ahead and do it. Yeah.
So I know, I get it.
Mhm.
A lot of comments on this video were just like, I cannot do sardines.
Yeah.
And I understand, because I live with somebody who can't do sardines, but who did it
Yeah.
and was able to survive it.
A lot of small bites, and it would take me a while to get that can down.
And you did 2 tins a day.
2 tins a day.
And
Yep. And I did it.
were you hungry?
No, I was not hungry. I was not hungry. No.
Who in the world would ever be hungry for
I know.
sardines? Well, I would eat sardines for lunch regularly in the past, and I liked them. I'd salt, mustard, mix them up. I'd have 3 tins in one go. But I couldn't do that today.
No.
Sue has ordered heavy cream powder
Hey!
from Amazon.
All right. Maybe we'll have to compare notes next week.
Lisa is surrendering her carnivore license. Oh yeah, experimenting with a fat fast and then a 2-day. Yeah, that's a reasonable thing to try.
Yes. And I'm going to point back to Anita. I know she's done a lot of fat fast videos, sardine fast videos, and egg fast videos. So she's got a lot of information there as well. So
Simpson says that they've done a sardine fast, but it didn't do anything.
Interesting.
Were you tracking ketones?
Wow. Yeah.
Because that would be curious.
Because I'm very curious because we just had the 200 people who go through Boz's course, we see numbers shift for everyone.
Yeah.
So it seems fairly universal. But it didn't for you when you didn't have the fat.
But didn't she have somebody who had to do it for 5 days instead of
true.
3?
She did. Yeah. Yeah.
I got to fix our camera's focus. Sue says, I cooked the sardines with 1 egg and crushed pork rinds, made a patty and fried in lard. So probably would not technically qualify for a sardine fast. There's really a lot of fat in that, the way that you prepared it. But no, I mean, in the spirit of the way that it's presented, that would probably fit. But I mean, there's no rules.
Yeah.
We're all in charge of ourselves.
Yep.
And so you can do whatever experiment you want and see.
And I know you've seen great changes in your numbers.
Oh, yeah, it's been incredible.
Yeah.
Checked him with a pea stick, did go a bit higher. Yeah, you can't use that. It's got to be blood finger poke.
Yeah.
Mic drop. We should end the podcast right there. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
What is this? Started 72-hour sardine fast at noon yesterday.
Nice.
My Dr. Boz ratio this morning was finally 2 digits, 67.
Beautiful.
It's so fun when you get to see that DBR go down. And then once mine got, by the end of the sardine fast, I think mine was in maybe the 20s. And then it sustained under 50 for days and days.
Yeah.
Getting back to my normal eating pattern, which was really nice.
Yeah. It was phenomenal. So I can't wait to hear, KJ, how it goes for you as well, because that third, the numbers should continue to shift.
Yeah. Well, it's why I'm doing it again.
Yeah.
I'm just really, really committed to getting deep ketosis for therapeutic reasons for an extended period of time, really getting the mitochondria to adapt to the ketones so I can derive all of these energy and healing benefits that have not come to me in 3 years of carnivore. I've gotten a lot of benefits.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, we've done many, many videos about many benefits that I've gotten, but I want more. I want it all. And I'm not giving up until I get every little bit I can out of this.
Oh, yes.
I am going to attack this camera that does not want to focus on me.
No, it does not.
So JJ, I think that's probably enough.
I think it is. Yeah. We've been all around the world with sardines.
If you have not subscribed, please do. We're getting close to 4,000 subscribers. I mean, we're like over 100 away, but you could be one of those 100 and that would be wonderful. Actually, we're like 120 away. No, 180. Math.
But maybe the sardines will do the math. They'll get your brain into math mode.
I think they will. I think that my acuity, if I could ever sleep more than one night in a row.
That has been the weird thing for you, is you had your sleep pretty well dialed in, and
this keto stuff has really thrown my sleep.
Yeah, it can do that. Yeah.
But I expect that I will adapt.
Yes.
And things will come back around and it's going to be great.
Yep.
And we'll have more great stories that we can share with you guys about our keto carnivore journey, even though the carnivore police would confiscate our licenses if they knew where we lived.
Shh, don't tell.
Well, we hope that we have done a great job of being misinfluencers for you today. And we want to get on that misinfluencer list.
Yeah.
So like and subscribe so we can misinfluence all the way to health and vitality so that we can be every day stronger
and every day more blessed.
lipids are high. Their doctors are worried, they're both gonna die. Is LDL harmless? They sure hope it's so. It's the JJ and Eric Carnivore Show. Salad is toxic, seed oils are doom. They rub on tallow like greasy perfume. Ribeyes and bacon, that's all they know. It's the JJ and Eric Carnivore Show. No wheat, no kale, they're laughing at greens. 18-hour fasts are their favorite routines. Sugars for suckers, they're chomping on fat. Streaming to you live from a tallow vat. Eric's got muscles, JJ's got zen. They're coming to chat with their carnivore friends. So toss out the lettuce, embrace the beef glow. It's the JJ and